Allah, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua. And all praise to the Most High God. We are the Hebrew Israelites coming in week out, bringing out this truth, waking up our people in these last days. But we in that time where it's a lot of wickedness, a lot of these days is coming up, these pagan holidays, these days where our people love to, be merry in, and some people hate this time of year. You know what I'm saying? We got so-called Halloween coming up, man. And it's gonna be a lot of evil, a lot of spirits, a lot of spells, a lot of madness going on in the earth, and we gotta debunk that, man. We gotta continue to wake up our people in these last days, man, because we get wrapped up in it, and then the Most High, it's this time that you kind of caught out there, and you don't want that to happen. But give me the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 22. Yeah, so Halloween is to come, and these heathen, man, they revel in it, man.
Yes,
they get dressed up to the nines. They become a different person. They start to do crazy drugs. We go to these parties, these college campuses, where have you, and it's a freak out show. It's just a time where they can just be all the way wicked, and it's okay. And it's not okay with the Most High. It's okay with these heathen nations. They normalize it, but the men of the Lord, we're not normalizing it, man. We kind of want to tear that stronghold down.
Yeah. I just want to say, they starting to make these wicked days longer too.
Yeah,
As soon as the month come in,
yep.
it goes through the whole month now. You know what I'm saying? They try to hold on to these wicked days,
season, they force it before the time. And then it's just like it's just wicked. How you just being wicked throughout the whole little way to the day, and then it's just you still just
caught up. You caught up.
It's wicked, man. And we gotta start. We gotta come back to the Most High. He's not about that. He's not about Halloween. It's not about these pagan days. These days where you could be wicked and be whoever you want to be, and it's okay. And just a lot of madness going on, man. Bring that out. Hey, family, come on at us. Let's show you something real quick.
2 minutes.
In 2 minutes.
Y'all sisters, cousins?
Y'all family?
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all come on this side.
So we out here teaching our people who we are according to the Bible. You stay right there. You see yourself on this sign? Whoever you see on this sign, through the Spirit of the Most High, are God's chosen people on the earth. These are the people that God appointed on the earth to be His chosen people. Give me the book of Romans 11:1. So, if I ask you your nationality, what would you say? What's your race? African American. If I had 5 other sisters up there, they'd probably say black, Negro, they'd probably say color. They'll have different names. But in the Most High, you got one name. You're not going to find African American in the Bible. You're not going to find black in the Bible. You can't go there. You got to figure out who you are according to God. Bring this up. It's the book of Romans, chapter 11, and verse 1. I say then, have God cast away His people? I say then, have God cast away His people? We feel casted away. Our people feel like we don't have a God. Nobody's there to protect us. Read. God forbid. He said, God forbid. Meaning, hell no. God haven't cast us away. We aren't lost. We're still here, but we're just in a lower state. Read. For I also am an Israelite. I am also an Israelite. That is our biblical nationality. The so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, man, woman, and child. That is your biblical name. That is your biblical label that the Most High gives you. He didn't give you African American. So can a white person be African American? Why not?
I think in my personal opinion, in terms of states, we all have different names. Because as a white person, you can identify who you want, but as a white person, you would be considered a Caucasian.
Right.
Or a black person would be considered an African, a Nigerian, whichever part of Africa you're from, or whatever you're born from.
Right. So the gentleman that owns Amazon, he's from South Africa. Tesla. I always get it mixed up. But he's from South Africa, excuse me. He can technically call himself African American. Because he's from South Africa and he lives here in America, or wherever he's at. Post up, so he's technically African American. So that don't align with us, right? That don't align with our bloodline. So we have to figure out who we are. And African American is named after 2 white men. Right, if you do the history on the African American name, those are the names of 2 white men, European men. Matt Major, I forget what the other one is. Americo Vespucius and Scipio Africanus. So that's where the word African American comes from. It comes from 2 white men. Over time, white people, they conquer lands, they name the land after themselves. That's right. So you gotta understand your history when you're saying different words, different states, whatever the case may be, they're named after men or people that conquer that land. Look at Deuteronomy 28:46. So when you read the Bible, you got to read it in kind of code. It's like a puzzle. You're not just gonna read it and be like, oh, that's us. You gotta. The Most High have left like he left clues for us to figure out. You know, if everybody knew who God's chosen people was, then everybody, you know, who wouldn't appreciate it. So now we got to go into the Bible and break it down. So you bring it out.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So these things on the earth are going to be upon us for a sign and a wonder. Like I know that's Ontario Street because of the sign. I know that somebody got Nikes on because of the Nike check. These are signs and labels to let you know what things are and what they mean. Bring it out.
They shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So this is an ancient book. So even in 2025, the Most High have left signs and clues for us to know and pick to figure out who we are out the Bible. Read.
47.
Verse 54.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
So as men, it was a point in time when we were delicate toward each other. We loved each other. We cared about. We used to ask about each other. But now we got an evil eye. You know, we in gangs, Bloods and Crips. We walk past each other, mugging, and it's a brawl like that. It didn't used to be that. Read on.
His eyes shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children.
He shall have an evil eye toward his women, and he shall be evil eye toward his children. Read.
Which he shall lead.
Which he shall lead. So we're going to grow up in households where our fathers aren't going to be there. These are signs and wonders to let us know who God's chosen people are. Do these other nations have to deal with that? Do the Asians have to deal with that? Do the Europeans have to deal with that? No, that's something that is really upon our people. You know what I'm saying? Read on. Yeah, read on.
Verse 55. So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat.
Salakia, give me 68.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the Lord shall bring us into Egypt again, meaning we were in Egypt. You guys are familiar with the Bible? You're familiar with the Moses? What was Moses doing in Egypt at that time? What is it? Well, yeah, he kind of, in a way, yeah, he was leading his people out of slavery. He grew up in Egypt, but his people was the Israelites, and they were the slaves building up the pyramid, building up Egypt. And he, the Most High woke him up, and he was able to lead God's chosen people out of Egypt through the Red Sea, parted the Red Sea, walked through, boom, like that. Well, that was in Egypt. But the Most High said we'll go back into Egypt, not meaning that we're going to go back through the Red Sea and be back in Egypt again, meaning we're going to be in that condition again. We're going to be in slave condition. Read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With ships. How do we get over here to America? Slave ships. This is a prophecy out of the Bible. That sign and that wonder to let you know who God's chosen people are on the earth. Did we go through that, or did the Chinese man go through it? Or did the European man go through it? Or is that us? That's us. So we align with these signs and these wonders and these curses to point us to who are God's chosen people on the earth. Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto you, thou shalt see it no more again.
He said we shall not see our homeland again. This is not our homeland. This is our place where we were brought to be slaves, and our family was here, and we had family members it went on like that. The bloodline is traced, we was here. But it's not our homeland. We're not from here. We were brought here against our will and beaten and murdered and killed into this society, into whatever it is that they want us to believe. That's how we got here. Read on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
He said, you shall be sold unto your enemies. What does it say? He goes, read it again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
This is a biblical prophecy to let you know in 2025 who God's chosen people are. See, you're not going to learn this in the church. You're not going to go to the church. He's going to teach you who God's chosen people are. The Most High is going to bring you to a cursed city like Cleveland, and you're going to be on the street learning who you are out the book. This is how the Most High get down. You know what I'm saying? We're not up here asking for money. We're not up here with suits and a private jet and stuff like that. The Most High don't need that to show you who you are out the book. He needs to just put the spirit on men to give understanding to his people and wake them up. That's how he works. Read on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, for bondmen.
It says for bondmen, slave men,
and bondwomen.
and slave women. Read.
And no man shall buy you.
No man shall buy you, meaning no man will redeem us out of this condition. Whether it's Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they're all of our leaders. They all been killed. They all been, they all been bought, so to speak. All this stuff has been happening to our people. We have not been redeemed out of our condition. We are in a lower state right now as a people. But these are God's chosen people who are going through this. So y'all sisters align with the Bible. We align with the Bible. This is our history. This is something that we got to pick up and read to understand. See, we didn't have this understanding at first. We brought up Christian, we going to church, this and that. But nobody was actually sat us down to break it down towards like, oh, that's us. We fit the description of the Bible. This is our people. This is our condition. You know, what we went through in our history proves who we are out the book. That's right. You know what I'm saying? So give me the book of 1 Thessalonians 5:22. Y'all celebrate Halloween and all that stuff? No, I'll praise to the Most High. You know, because all that stuff, you go into the origins of these different days, these different pagan holidays, it's a lot of wickedness. It's originated in a lot of evil, devil worship. You know, see, that's all praise to the Most High.
A lot of the stuff, it seems like demons.
That's right.
It is.
That stuff is against the Most High. See, we might be dwelling in a society where things are okay, you know, and things are just fine. But a lot of the times, this stuff be like, you know, spells be going on. You know, these people put spells on you. That stuff is weird. You got witches and warlocks and things of that nature. So you got to be careful and mindful of the things that you keep in your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Bring it out, King.
It's the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verses 20 or 21. It's like
22. 1 Thessalonians 5. So we got to figure out, since we know who we are out the Bible, y'all agree that this fits our people. Y'all say like, that's us. We went through that. Y'all can definitely say that. So once we know that, now we got to figure out what can we do? What do we need to do to get out of this? How do we get saved out of this? Because we still in this state. We wake up every day, our people kill each other, hate each other. The story goes on and on. We have to figure out how we get out of this condition before it's too late. The Most High is coming back. Yahweh Shai, who the world intimately called Jesus Christ, is coming back to save his people. He's coming back to be a lot of killers. He's not coming back to give hugs and kisses and rainbows and cotton candy. That's the story that was taught to us, but that's a lie which you read out in the book. What's up?
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 21. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. In verse 22, abstain from all appearance of evil.
That's good that you said that. The Lord says abstain from all appearances of evil. Halloween is an evil day. It's an evil, and they don't start on Halloween. They start down September. They start rolling out the candy, start rolling out the costumes. They want to get you in that spirit of evil and wickedness. They want to rock you to sleep with this society and be drunk with the wine of America. See, that's not our origin. That's not what the Most High had for his people to be celebrating Halloween. You know what I'm saying? We had our own days. We had our own, like today, it's the Sabbath day. The Sabbath day is the day of rest. The word Sabbath just means rest. So you're supposed to be resting. You're supposed to be having a holy convocation, getting together and worshiping, praying, but you're not supposed to work. You're not supposed to cook anything. You know what I'm saying? Buy anything, sell anything. It's a holy day. But our people don't know that. We didn't know that at one point in time. So we put the spirit on men to break it down, to give us understanding, slowed it down for us. You know, okay, this makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Give me Psalms 32:5. So this is what we gotta do. I'll let y'all go about y'all day. This is something that we have to do every day. You know what I'm saying? Us, y'all, God shows people have to do this every day. You know,
it's the book of Psalms, chapter 32, and verse 5. I acknowledge my sin unto thee.
You gotta acknowledge your sin unto the Most High. The things that you've done wrong against his law, the statutes and commandments, all the things that he wants us to do that we did against that, we have to acknowledge the things that we've done against the Most High. Read.
I acknowledge my sin unto thee, and mine iniquity have I not hid.
Don't hide your iniquity. Don't hide it. If you smoke, don't hide it from the Most High, because he already knows. There's angels around us. You can't see them, but they're around us, keeping notes. You know, reporting back to the Lord. Like, so-and-so get A, B, and C, and they not acknowledging this, not acknowledging that. You know, that's how the Most High get down. Read on.
I said, I will confess my transgressions unto the Lord.
Confess them to the Most High. Confess these things that you've done evil and done wrong. Read.
And thou forgavest the iniquity of my sin.
And the Most High will forgive you of your sins. You will be saved. But you gotta believe. You gotta have faith. You gotta read about your people. You gotta read about the duties that the Most High is requiring of y'all sisters, man. Y'all look like young sisters. Y'all 21, 22. No, 18. High school.
Yeah, I'm about to say it.
Hey, yo, I'm off the scale. Yeah. So y'all youngsters, which is good. Because the Most High wants, to have that spirit like a little child. Give me Matthew 18 and 18 and 1. Start 1 and 2. The Most High wants you to have that spirit of a little child, because a child, they want to learn. They're like sponges. You know what I'm saying? They're innocent. They're like pure. They laugh. They just see an open field and start running for no reason. But that's the kind of spirit you got to kind of have when you come to the Most High. You got to be humble. You got to lose the ego and figure out what's the purpose of why we're here on this earth. Figure out what He requires of us. Read 18. You start at like 4. You start at 1. You start at 1. 18 and 1.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 1. At the same time came the disciples unto Yahushua, saying, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?"
So the disciples rolled up on Jesus and asked him, "Who's the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" Read on.
And Yahushua called a little child unto him.
So there's a group of people. He called a little child unto him. Read.
Set him in the midst of them.
Put him in the midst of the whole little situation. Read.
And said, "Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven."
So he said we got to be converted, be like a little child. Not literally like a little child, but the mindset, the spirit of a child. He don't have ego. He's ready to learn. He's humble. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Verse 4, "Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven."
That's right. So when you want to get accepted into heaven, you got to be humble. You got to want to be taught. You got to want to be shown things. You can't kind of like, not saying this is y'all or anything, but some people may hear things and they be like, "No," or they may have an attitude about it. When somebody's just trying to teach them and show them. But I don't have that spirit. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it's about.
Accountable.
Right.
Something wrong,
right.
I did it wrong.
Integrity, character, all these good qualities you need to have, to be accepted in the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our people deal with this type of stuff, and it's real. So I'm gonna leave y'all with a couple more. Let's leave off with this. Give me Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. This is the whole reason why we're on earth. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason. I know we got passions. You may like art. You may like play the piano. You may like sports. Whatever. That's cool. But it's a thing that we got to establish first, and then those things come. You know what I'm saying? You got to put the Most High first, and then those other things. Read on.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
This is the conclusion of the whole matter. Meaning, this is why we're here on the earth. This is the reason why you're here. This is the reason why, you wake up like, why am I here? What am I doing? What do I do? You know what I'm saying? Read.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep His commandments.
It says, fear God and keep His commandments. Read.
For this is the whole duty of man.
This is the whole duty of man. Fear the Most High God and keep His laws, statutes, and commandments. Y'all know any laws, guys? That's yeah. Get a trucker. Makes sense. That's okay.
Honor thy mother and thy father.
That's right. That father.
But also there's one that you kind of. It's also one with that one that said, "Do not provoke your children."
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. So it's you may hear the 10 commandments. That may be like a popular thing, but it's more than 10 commandments. More than 10 rules you gotta follow the Most High.
Right. Y'all gave us commandments that all of those aren't in the 10. So
right.
You know that there's more commandments in the 10 that they say that there is.
That's right. Who is died?
It's the book of Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7.
So there's things on the earth that we can and cannot eat. You can't just go and eat whatever you want to eat. You know what I'm saying? This world in America makes you feel like that. You can just do whatever you want to do. But when it comes to the Most High God, everything is in order. He is a very structured, God. He demands of us and He expects things. Read on, King.
Fine. Book of Leviticus 11 and 7. And the swine.
And the swine. You know what swine is? Pork.
Yeah.
Pork. Pepperoni. All praise to the
All
Most
praise.
High. So you're already keeping the commandment of the Most High. Y'all probably know, or y'all didn't know. I don't know. But you're already keeping the commandment. Read on.
And the swine, though he divided the hoof and be cloven-footed,
He looks like a clean animal, but he's not. Read.
yet he cheweth not the
He
cud.
don't just digest his food properly. Read.
He is unclean to
He
you.
is unclean to us. Read.
Of their flesh shall you not eat, and their carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean to
They
you.
are unclean to us. It's a dietary law. He's telling you what to eat, what not to eat. These are things out of the Bible. But in this society, in this world, it's pushed on us. You know what I'm saying? Go to Wendy's, Baconator, there's pepperoni pizzas, sausages, all that stuff is put on us. But in the Bible, it says don't deal with that stuff. Read on it.
Verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the water.
So these are things that he's going to go into in the water that you can eat. Read.
Whatsoever have fins and scales.
Whatsoever have fins and scales. What and what's that come out the water that we eat that's popularized amongst our people that don't have fins and scales? Crabs, lobsters, shrimp. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
That's good.
Clams and
Oysters, all that stuff. Those are things that we cannot eat out of the water because they don't have fins or scales. Those things are meant to clean the water. Those things are not meant to digest in a human body. Those things are meant to clean the water. They eat all the things at the bottom of the sea. That's why the water look the way it looks now. It looks dirty. It looks brown. It's not supposed to look like that. We taking all the things out of the water that we're supposed to not eat. That's supposed to be in the water to clean the water. We take it and eat it. Put some butter and garlic on it and say we got a boil or a bag boil or whatever it's called. You know, and that's popularized and pushed on God's chosen people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. That's an agenda that they know who God's chosen people are, but once they keep you from knowing this information, they're able to keep you in sin and keep you away from our God. And keep you in this state as a people. You know what I'm saying? It's an agenda pushed on us. To the point.
Yeah, even catfish, you know, y'all go to some place that have catfish nuggets, trick you up, you know what I'm saying? And people like, oh, that's fish, you know what I'm saying? So that's got
I'm not big on catfish.
Yeah.
That's good.
I eat like some seafood, but I mainly just stick with fish. But when it comes to pork, I don't eat any like pork or ham, stuff like that, due to the fact that where we grew up with, pig is considered one of the most dirtiest creatures.
It is.
They don't eat their own kind, so I don't think
That's spiritual. That's how you know that you're part of a chosen lineage because God said don't eat it. A lot of our people don't know that. But y'all young, y'all know it. Y'all grew up in it.
There's plenty of fish you can eat. Tuna, like you said, salmon, tilapia, cod,
Whiting.
bass, whiting. This you go on and on. Perch, roughy. You go on and on. The beautiful fish you can digest, but you can't eat shrimp, crab, lobster, shark. You go on and on. The stuff you can't eat as well.
I see
Octopus.
sounds weird.
as you get older, y'all start seeing people eat weird stuff. You just know, like, God said,
Caviar.
Oh, yeah, I will never try caviar.
if you have a dirty fish tank, you set a lobster or a crab in there, you start cleaning. That's how you know that that's what they're there for. It says, these shall you eat that are of water in the waters, whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall you eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
An abomination unto us. Meaning, don't even deal with it. You know, that's like, just get away from it, because it's not meant for us to eat. It's put on our people. Give me the book of Deuteronomy 22 and 5. So these are laws that you got to follow so the Most High can redeem you in these last days. We'll be living in the last days. Whether y'all know it or not. So it's a lot of wars, a lot of rumors of wars, a lot of evil on the earth. These are signs as well, you know, things in the sky, a blood moon. These are signs the Lord leaves his people to let them know to get closer and closer to coming back. Bring it up.
Deuteronomy 22 and 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
It says the woman shall not wear which pertaineth unto a man. What is something a woman shouldn't wear that may pertain to a man? What is something a man wear that a woman shouldn't wear?
No, it says wear a notion. Because you should play trying to not
Read it. We're going to read it again.
It says, and the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
And the woman shall not wear which pertaineth unto a man. Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
It says, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. So what is something a woman wear that's a woman's garment that a man should wear? Dresses, skirts, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Now, what is something a woman should wear that a man wears?
I mean, I guess you could say pants.
Pants, that's wisdom right there. Pants.
I gotta wear pants because it's not exactly about our dress code. For my school, we have dress code,
Yeah.
but I don't like trust a lot of the outfits. Like if you go to stores that clothing, a lot of the clothes that they make for female is somewhat like extremely either tight
Right.
or
And that's not what we kind of going in. We're going into more of like a modest looking dresses. Not something that's skin tight.
That's
This is
why I
shape.
don't wear
And
them.
most because, that leads men to look at y'all. Y'all young sisters. And you don't want that when you're young. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that even when you're older. You don't want a man looking at you for your body, whatever. That's why the Most High put this in there so we can separate the two. You wear a modest dress, you put a different spirit on you. It's a more feminine. And more men are more likely to protect you. They're like, got modesty, these sisters, modest dresses, beautiful. The head wraps. You don't want the Cardi B. You don't
Yeah,
want
we're
that.
not wearing
That's the X. But you want to wear like more of like a dress, more covered up. More feminine, more docile, more dainty. That's the spirit of a woman. So, but man, if we was up here wearing dresses, y'all wouldn't take us serious. Wearing makeup, wearing whatever. This would be a joke. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'd probably go all the way back home.
And that's the spirit. That's the spirit of the Lord put on y'all and put on us. And we gotta be men, and y'all gotta be women. Read what you bring out what you can. It says it's the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. It says women adorn themselves in modest apparel. Like we said, not the tight fitting dresses, the black, whatever it is. You wanna wear a nice modest dress, free flowing. You know what I'm saying? It put a spirit on a woman instantly. Men, real men, will want to protect you, will want to do the right thing for you. You'll find the right husband in the time. You know what I'm saying? He'll treat you with more respect. That's just how it goes. It's the spirit. Everything is spiritual. We don't adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety. The shamefacedness and sobriety. Kind of like, to yourself. Kind of like reserved. You sober, not getting high, not getting drunk. You know what I'm saying? This is the description of a woman, a modest woman. Not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but when he says that, you can braid your hair, you can wear jewelry, but don't use these things to try to lure in men or try to gain attention for yourself. Because you can bring bad attention. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know young girls that try to be grown or try to look a certain way. They get their hair done a certain way, they wear certain dresses or jewelry to lure in men. And they're luring in the wrong men or the wrong attention.
Makeup too.
A lot of them
because y'all, they're getting older, they're starting to feel a little bit more grown. You don't know what's going on. Y'all may see them getting a lot of attention. That's not the attention that you want. Because ultimately, a lot of those girls they end up, going down the wrong way. And a lot of those girls may be good girls, but they're lost in the world or the internet, which they feel that they have to, go that way. They don't. They're seeking validation. They seeking attention. And that's not the spirit that the Most High want with women. It's princes, the daughters of Zion. That's y'all. But which becometh women professing godliness with good works. That's right. Profess your godliness with good works. Character, integrity. You know what I'm saying? Standing up for one another. You know what I'm saying? Being shamefaced, wearing modest apparel. Following the diet. All that stuff is aligned with the Most High. You'll be blessed. That was it on that? Yeah, so we just up here teaching y'all, showing y'all who y'all are out the book. This is something that y'all can research on y'all own, you know what I'm saying, and try to figure out if this fits your spirit or not, you know what I'm saying. We just putting it out there for y'all sisters because we see y'all walking. We know that y'all Israelites, like us, and this is your identity out the Bible. This is something that wasn't taught to us, and a lot of our people don't know this. So, we got with that. My brother got a flyer for y'all. Yeah. Y'all can follow us on YouTube. You can scan the QR code. Y'all got any biblical questions? I can reach out. We'll answer them.
Well, you guys have a blessed day.
Likewise.
Thank y'all for y'all time.
Stay safe, guys.
Philippians 4:13. Young sisters they humble down. So you don't get that spirit from a lot of women nowadays, man. Them young sisters.
They was focused.
They was locked in.
Yeah.
Even if they felt like they didn't agree with it, they didn't buck up.
Right.
They heard brothers out. They heard the word come out, and it's up to the Most High for them to get it and for them to stick with it.
And a few things they already doing through the spirit.
That's right.
That's right. Like that you told you. All praise. Yes.
All praise to the Most High, man. need that. Like,
Yeah.
that's just like the scriptures brought out. Those are little children. Like, if it was a whole bunch of women out here, we could bring them and show them this is what y'all need to be like, right? But you know, even they wouldn't listen to
No,
it.
they wouldn't take it
Like
serious. They'd be
them.
laughing, like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, yeah.
Look at her hair.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah.
this. Like, see, you not getting it.
Yeah.
You're not getting it.
Yeah.
You know, that's not what the Most High about. You know, He about humbleness. He about working together and loving each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Caring for one another.
Figuring this out,
Right,
getting this
exactly.
right. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's on us as well as men as well to make them feel comfortable to
Yeah.
want to listen and want to learn as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all praise to
We
the
have
Most
no
High.
reason to like disrespect them or talk to them a certain way or deal with them a certain way. As righteous men, we will have to deal with them as men. Like we have to deal with them like with care and delicateness.
Yeah.
And
Like your own. Like it's your own. Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's
I
right.
got to put my life on the line for these young sisters.
Yeah.
Whether I know them or not.
Right.
And there's a lot of sisters they age not doing that. We see it all the
Like you
time.
said, no.
Walking up and down,
No.
like acting grown.
Grown.
Like, it's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
makeup on. You
Yeah.
think they older. You think they, like you said, you thought they were because you so used to
Yeah,
running,
right, that's
running
right.
to the little sisters like that. But they,
I'm
yeah,
14, I'm 15.
yeah. It's a rarity to see that, though. You know what I'm saying? At that age. Yeah.
It's refreshing, man. You know, we're getting older and stuff, but you see young people having that type of demeanor.
Right.
You know, having that type of spirit. Even if we don't know if they hit this spirit or not, but for them just to be there, that means a lot. It goes,
Oh,
a whole
yeah,
lot of
goes
weight.
a long way. Yeah, goes a long way.
Yeah,
Goes a
so
long
all
way.
praise to the Most High for that.
Oh,
Man.
yeah, all praise.
praise.
All praise.
Bring that out.
It's the book of Philippians chapter 4 and verse 13. I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me.
And it's a precept we bring out. I know we bring out a lot, but it's a real precept. You know, it's something I've heard all our life, and sometimes you may think it's redundant, or people may think it's redundant, but it's not, man. You gotta believe the faith, keep the faith. All praise to the Most High. Shalom.